Hello, very quickly I would like to talk about how man, his intelligence, his existential intelligence can be interpreted in the manner that if one dimension was connecting another dimension, that intersection between the two would be where man's eyes are coming into the manifestation of the human form, in the sense that we hold universes within us, and that is no joke. As you become aware of your multidimensional nature, you're taking the dimensions of one reality, and through the observance of your greater knowing that is holding everything, and which is empty and unspeakable but very intelligent in its presence, you will begin to see the man who trusts himself more than an idea grew to understand the wisdom of this world and all worlds. Begin to see that you are keeping your own geometry, your own alignments. We need to now develop an understanding of multidimensionality. Man needs to see that his communication is advanced, and through his own creation he will connect and see how the worlds are connected. In your creation and creativity and manifestation, you see that which is inspired to come into this world. Everything that exists is evidence of where manifestation originated in the intelligence of that design. Go look at a leaf, go look at another animal alive, go look at an insect, go see the beauty of the living world. And you will begin to see that that intelligence is kept through many moments of awareness and being, and so the experiencer is not individual. The experiencer is collective in nature, and we all know this innately because we exist among all existence. So fundamentally what this means is that man's mind or awareness, the origin of it, is the edge of worlds. It is where through the emptiness, infinity comes out, and as it stems out, it is the potential to be aware or not aware, and regardless, it is originating and is going back to the same understanding that the fruit that comes out of the tree also belongs to the intelligence of the roots that have kept it. Natural metaphors will guide us in showing us how the natural world is a gate. Simply having the design of a tree around you will cultivate your mind. Being in nature will give you a freedom in thought that is abstract and does not want to carry any image. You do not become an artist based on your artwork, you become an artist based on your state of being, and you're based on state, and in other words, your creativity in that sense. It is very important that extraterrestrial manifestation is simply that you are perceiving in your moment of experience something which is individualizing to show that your intelligence is not just from you, it's also from another. So it's that awareness from your internal dimension that it is the originator of the external. And as you become rooted in this knowing, you do get abilities, but it is not the end, because to find the clarity of the heart of all existence requires an awareness to the path that devotion opens up for you when you're honestly to know thyself. The architecture of thought is abstract, and in the sense that it's like the communication is how we are receiving it from a river. A river, there's so much movement, and it's our interpretation of a movement. But the movement is the truth, not our interpretation, do you see? So this is why language is flawed in ways where people are using it as a blade more than as a text to help others. It is very important in this life. You have, let's say, around 100 years in this space-time continuum, let's say, as many have suggested. In that time, it's very important that you are absorbing every experience and seeing how it is all found within the value of your moment. So it's as if like you're no longer judging your past, because it doesn't make sense to judge your past, because every moment you could have a new judgment. So it's about being aware of how the past is suggesting that it's all coming from the present. Because the present moment gives you the ability to see that vertical dimension in which you exist as different states of consciousness, as different states of awareness. For example, one state of awareness is me individually being in this park sitting on a bench. And another version of it is, for example, me being the experience of the whole park, experiencing me individually here. Another one being me and awareness to all form, and then stopping all form into dissolving into my more unknown, empty sense of knowing, which I can't speak about. And guys, this stuff I'm talking about, they shouldn't be talked about like this, but the reason I'm doing it is because I want advanced communicators to utilize this and develop your own system of working with your consciousness. And your understanding of consciousness is valuable, not just to you, but to all mankind. Make that a study, develop your life's work, and give great contributions. And when they look at your contributions, they're like, wow, this guy's contribution was from the beginning of his life. Nikola Tesla, a man not spoken about, when he passed away, simply the president at that time came to the radio and said this was the most useful human being in what I believe was 81. When he passed away. And what that means is this human being's contribution in this time period that he was in his how he very compassionately gave and enhanced the human system. When you're hateful, when you're cruel, when you're physically hurting something, it is not that you're wrong and you should be condemned to eternal guilt, you know. It's just that you are not helping the system, and so the system will throw you away. The collective will align you into seeing why you're not an individual in the way you thought you were. Sometimes greed means that you're not seeing that the idea is taking over, but you are an existential intelligence, and existential intelligence never needed to fight for something. It always was the presence of what it was. Then, with the clarity of the present moment, we may work with other abstractions which become how we segment space and time, and also how we choose to receive manifestation, or what many people have called imagination, which is a nation that has many uncharted territories. We must explore. We are explorers not as people, as consciousness, as living life force exploring its greater dimensions of experience. And so that is a task always being done. Bring your self-awareness, have clarity, and know that the pilot also always knows how to navigate the plane, because he is all planes of awareness within one awareness. The self is the door to all selves, and also to that which is beyond it. Utilize abstraction in the way that it serves you. Realize that the speaker can never talk to you, because the speaker doesn't know who you are. So the speaker is communicating what he knows, and utilize his experiential knowing and develop your own. And realize that self-reflection is the nature of our search. Because without self-reflection, transcendence cannot be that greater dimension of experience. Observe yourself and observe that self within all things to see that the illusion was always being directly experienced. You are free by nature, and that is why you're a free being. Much blessings and namaste.